Hey everybody, Craig Cottle, the Director of Nature Reliance School. What I want to do today is show you one of my most favorite kids games to help kids get over their fear of being in the outdoors. And most people have a rope, and basically you can see what I've done behind me is I've taken a rope and I've basically made a rope maze throughout several of these trees right here. So if I were having a camp where I had a bunch of kids and I sensed that there were going to be some apprehension about being in the outdoors, what I'll do is I'll set this rope maze up and I'll drape it through the trees, run it across itself, tie knots in it, and any number of things. I'll do that without the kids being able to see me. Then what I'll do is I'll have blindfolds, and kids can use t-shirts, blindfolds, bandanas, any number of things to get themselves blindfolded. And I'll bring them and I'll put them at the beginning of the rope. And usually that's a piece of the rope that's just hanging down, 12 to 18 inches. And then I'll tell them, you've got to keep one hand on the rope and you've got to make your way all the way to the other end. And then I'll put all the kids in here. So what happens is that the kids get in here and they get one hand on the rope and they start going around, they run into a knot and somebody gets off and somebody does this and somebody does that. There's a lot of giggles, a lot of fun, and it does two things. One, it gets the kids not so scared because they're out in the middle of the woods, they're blindfolded, they're all together, and so they have some strength in numbers. Is that oftentimes there will be a kid that feels incredibly apprehensive and wants to cheat. And so you can see that kid really easy because he'll have his head up and he'll be doing this number, and you can see him, even in the dark, you'll be able to see him take the blindfold off and look and see what they're doing. I usually don't call that kid out because that's part of the process. But what that does tell me is the kid, the child, and sometimes I do this with adults too, that is apprehensive, and I know I can give them specific attention to help them get over their fears. Easy setup. All you've got to have basically is a rope, because you can set this thing up in trees, around some cars, in a pavilion, and I'm talking about cars that are parked right at a campground or something. And a pavilion, any number of places that you can set this up. I do my best to set this up in the tree so the kids can get out, because they'll feel the tree and stuff of that nature as they're going around. And usually what I do is I have some sort of surprise at the end. In this case, I've got a big log tied to the end that the kids can find, and I never tell them what's at the end. I just tell them there'll be a surprise at the end of the rope when you get there, and you'll know that you're at the end. But anyway, this helps kids get over their apprehension of being outdoors because they've got the strength in numbers. If you have any questions about this or anything else that we might be able to help you with, give us a call, give us an email, shoot us a message on Facebook, ever how you want to. We really appreciate you subscribing to our channel. If you have not done so, please do that. Give us a thumbs up and share this video as much as you can. So come on, join in. Let's learn together.